Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume. Once again, my friends on the other side of the aisle are attempting to confuse the conflict in Iraq with the war against terrorists that has their genesis in Afghanistan. Trying to put it all in one basket. That's not the case. Anybody can have their own opinion, but, Mr. Speaker, they may not have their own facts. I now yield 5 minutes to my colleague from California, a gentleman who's a Vietnam combat veteran of the 173rd Airborne Brigade, Mr. Thompson.
The gentleman from California is recognized for 5 minutes.
I thank the chairman for recognizing me for time. Mr. Speaker and members, as a combat veteran, from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you to the brave men and women who have served in Iraq, each with great distinction. Our troops have done an outstanding job. They've done all that has been asked of them and more. They've performed with the utmost professionalism, making all of us very proud. Now I believe it's past time that we start bringing these brave men and women home. They should be home with their families, not in the middle of Iraq's civil war. Moreover, we shouldn't be sending more troops into Iraq's civil war. Some of our service members have been on 2, 3, and even 4 tours of duty in Iraq already. This escalation would put too much strain on our military, and not just our troops. Much of our military's equipment is damaged. It'll take years and billions of dollars to repair it and replace it. Nearly every Reserve and National Guard member has been mobilized. The escalation is in no one's best interest. 2 weeks ago, I joined with my colleague Patrick Murphy from Pennsylvania, a decorated Army captain who served in Iraq, to introduce binding legislation to begin a phased redeployment of our troops out of Iraq. Our bill, which has already attracted 20 co-authors from both sides of the aisle and has a companion bill in the Senate, provides a practical and comprehensive strategy for ending our military involvement in Iraq. It sets a firm deadline for phased redeployment of our troops beginning May 1st, with all combat brigades out by March 31st of 2008. Provides a concrete plan for shifting security responsibilities to where they belong, with the Iraqis. I've visited with our troops in Iraq, and I've talked to those who have been training the Iraqi security forces. They've told me that the U.S. troops have finished their job and that Iraq needs to step up and start securing their country. Americans cannot continue to do it for them. Our bill recognizes that the President's escalation plan is a continuation of his failed stay-the-course slogan, and it would not allow the increase of troop levels without congressional approval. Mr. Speaker, the United States cannot win the peace in Iraq. The Iraqis must be the ones to do that. Our bill recognizes this reality and creates a surge in diplomacy, not troops, by creating a special U.S. envoy that will help build relationships between Iraq and their neighbors. Our bill is a strategy for success in Iraq and is the best way to bring our brave men and women home as quickly and safely as possible. While I strongly believe that today we should be debating and passing our binding solution, H.R. 787, I know that this week's debate is the first real debate we've had on Iraq in more than 4 years. In this week alone, we will more than quadruple the amount of time given to debate this war since it began. Thank you, Speaker Pelosi, for bringing this important matter to the floor. This is a critical step. This resolution is a critical step in getting our men and women out of this ugly mess, a full-blown civil war in Iraq. I support today's resolution, which joins with the American people in sending the President a loud and clear message that escalation is not the answer. We need to focus on getting our troops out of Iraq as safely and quickly as possible and making sure that the Iraqis step up and assume the security responsibilities for their country. I also rise to tell those who have served, those who are serving in Iraq today, and their proud families, thank you. Your nation thanks you for your great service to our country. And I yield back the balance of my time.